Hey guys, my name's Dave, this is Custom Spray Mods, and in this video I'm going to be detailing this Ferrari. Actually, I've already done it. I was just so excited, I got into it straight away, and I'm recording this after I've done it, but it's done. I'm doing this in this video, this is what I'm going to be doing, so check it out.
As you can see, the car has scratches and swirls all over it. These swirls could be caused by incorrect washing techniques, or maybe it's been buffed or polished before and hasn't been finished properly. There's a number of reasons why there's scratches and swirls like this. I can also see some water damage or some kind of contamination on the paint surface. So yeah, we're really going to have to give it a good clean and a good polish. So this project, basically, I've got a swirled and scratched Ferrari. I've got about 2 days to do it, and the goal is to correct the swirls and ceramic coat the paint. Okay, the first thing I want to do is wash this car, but it's already scratched up quite a bit, so I don't have to worry about doing my snow foam and then 2-bucket method and all that kind of stuff, because I mean, we do that to minimize scratches, and this has already got heaps of scratches on it. So I'm going to just give it a wash with the snow foam gun and a microfiber wash mitt, and then rinse it and dry it, and that should be good enough to get any excess dirt that's on the surface. So because I can't put the top up, I'm just going to put some masking plastic over the interior of the car. That'll protect it from any chemicals. Now I'm going to clean the wheels. I'm using NV Purge wheel cleaner. It reacts with the brake dust and it's going to help break it down, so it'll just make it a bit easier to clean the wheels. Now I'm going to add some heavy duty degreaser to my bucket of water and start cleaning the wheels. I like to use wheel Woolies, a lug nut brush and a scrubbing brush to clean the wheels, inside the barrel, the brakes and the tyres, also the inside of the wheel arches. So before I start washing the car, I'm just going to spray the panels with the deionizing product. This reacts with any iron particles and helps break it down. Things like industrial fallout, exhaust, brake dust, anything like that. Anything that can contaminate the polishing process. So I'm going to spray it on and then rinse it off. Now I'm going to spray some snow foam on the car just to let that dwell and basically break down any heavy dirt and dust that's on the car. Then I'll rinse it off and move on to my next step. I use the 3D pink car soap for my snow foam and in my wash buckets. I really think it's great stuff. Definitely recommend it. So I've sprayed the snow foam on and let it dwell for a little bit. Now I'm going to use my 2 buckets and go around and wash the car using a microfiber wash mitt. So I've rinsed the car and sprayed some more snow foam. Now I'm going to use a clay mitt to do a mechanical decontamination. So basically I'm physically using the mitt, the clay part of the mitt, and I'm going to go over the car once more with a sponge to help lubricate it, to get rid of any particles that are attached to the paint surface. Now that it's all rinsed off, I'm going to dry the car. And these microfiber drying cloths are the best. They're really big and they basically dry the car in one go. You don't need to rinse it or wring it out. Definitely a safe way to dry your car, microfiber drying cloth. Now I'm just going to throw some masking tape over the rubbers and any sensitive areas, just in case, so I don't get any compound on them or they get damaged. The first thing I'm going to do is place a bit of tape on a section of the paintwork and just test some different products. I'm going to use a 3D1 and a hard pad on a dual action polisher, see how that goes, and then I can adjust my compounds and pads to get the best process down possible. This way I know how I'm going to attack the rest of the car. I'm going to know exactly how many passes I need to do and what compounds and pads I need to use for the rest of the paintwork. So I found the dual action polisher with that hard pad wasn't quite getting the scratches out, so I've moved on to a rotary machine and a medium pad, and then I'm going to try that again with 3D1 and see if that does the job. I'm also trying a microfiber cutting pad on a 21mm dual action polisher and see how that goes as well. I'm just going to test a few different products and figure out which one is the best to go ahead with the rest of the job. So it turns out that the rotary machine with the medium pad was the quickest and gave me the best result on this particular paintwork. So yeah, there were some heavy scratches, and this machine and pad combination really picked it up quite quick. So I'm going to go over the paintwork with this machine and pad combination. Then I'm going to go over it again with a step 2 with a softer pad, but I'm going to use a dual action polisher for the final finish polish. So when I'm using the rotary, I'm just using a small amount of compound, and then when I place the rotary on the panel, starting slow and then speeding up to about a medium speed. For my step 2, I found the 15mm dual action polisher with a soft pad, and the 3D1 compound again worked really well to get the paintwork finished, and it eliminated any haze from the machine I used before. So yeah, once I've gone over it with the rotary, I'm going over it again with the dual action polisher, soft pad, but the same compound. Now I'm going to use the Rupes Hybrid Nano with a fine pad and the 3D1 compound again, just to work on this small little area around the front windshield, making sure there's no swells in this little area. So I've corrected the whole front end of the car. Now it's time to do the doors and the back of the car, and then just continue around doing the bumpers last. Going through my steps, step 1 with the rotary, then finishing with the fine pad on the dual action polisher. For the hard to reach areas, I've got a 3-inch extension with a 1-inch backing pad and then a 2-inch pad on the end of that. And this is a rotary, so it makes it really easy to get deep down into these vents. I'm going to use the 3D1 again and then just polish the inside of the vents and any hard to reach areas with this setup. So this really demonstrates how good the rotary is for this particular situation. Because it just spins and it doesn't oscillate like the dual action, it really it stays in one spot and it's not going to knock up against the sides of these little areas here. If this was a dual action polisher, it'd be oscillating and spinning, and it can knock the edges. When it comes to correcting paint, attention to detail is really important, and these tools really give you the benefit of doing that. So all these little areas that are almost impossible to polish, well, it can be done with these extra tools that you can get. How does that even happen? We've got to fix that. You shouldn't be doing this. A bit better. Keep going. So I'm continuing on with the job, and the whole polishing process took about 7 to 8 hours. Okay, check this out. Here is a sign that this has been buffed before. You can see the compound. So I've buffed this bit, but my compound doesn't go white like that. So you can actually see the white compound in the rubber. So
So the person's, yeah, they've masked it up just like what I have, but their compound has basically turned white, and that's just left in there. So whoever's polished this before really kind of should have went through and cleaned all that off, because it's a bit annoying to have had your car polished and you can see compound in the rubbers, even though it's a little bit. Most people might not notice it, but yeah, it's just not really nice. So when you are doing it, make sure you either mask up really well or use a compound that doesn't turn white like that. So I really like the 3D one because that doesn't turn white. It's really clear. Even if I mark the rubbers, the 3D one is really good. Now that I've corrected all the swirls and the car is looking completely scratch free, I'm going to clean it with Eraser, which is a water-based polish remover. You could also use isopropyl alcohol or something that's just going to fully evaporate and clean any polish residue. We don't want any residue from the compound to interfere with the ceramic coating, so it's important to really clean it well before you do that. Before I apply the ceramic coating, I'm going to touch up any stone chips. I've got these little touch-up brushes with a very fine tip, and I've got some paint made up. I'm going to just fill in any stone chips or imperfections in the paint, and then I'll be able to ceramic coat over that. The product I'm going to use on this car is the Osrin Absolute Paintwork Coating. It's a ceramic coating made in Japan, and it claims to give you 5 years protection. I have tested it on small panels before, and I was really impressed with the hardness and the look of this ceramic coating, so I thought I would use it on this Ferrari. I'm also really impressed with the applicator pad and applicator block. It's got like a nice button on it, which makes it really easy to apply the coating. If you've used ceramic coatings before, you know the old applicator on the block method can get a bit annoying. So for my first application, because it's a brand new block and applicator, I'm just going to put one line of the product and then dab a few small areas and work on just a quarter of the front bonnet area. Then I'll move left and right, basically leveling that product out on the paint surface. This ceramic coating dries quite slow, so effectively you could coat the whole front end of the car, and then after about 5 minutes you can use your clean microfiber cloths to wipe off the residue. It's quite nice and easy to use, and I really liked using it. 5 minutes after applying, I'm wiping off any residue with 2 clean microfiber cloths. This step is really important because if you don't wipe off these streaks, then they can dry hard like that and can become difficult to remove in the future. Once the applicator block is primed with a lot of ceramic coating, basically you only need a few little dabs of the product on the applicator when you're applying it. So to do a whole car, you only need about 15 mils of this product. Now that we've done the front end, I'm going to go around the rest of the car doing the doors, then I'll do the top of the back area, then the bottom of the rear, then the back bumper and the back of the car, then the front bumper bars, doing all the low areas last because they're normally quite dirty and there's a chance you can contaminate your applicator block and pad. It's always great to have someone to help you do this part, and also someone to double check your work and make sure you've wiped off all the residue from the ceramic coating. I've noticed parts of the interior is quite dirty, so I'm going to use the CarPro inside to just clean off that dirty area of the leather seats. This stuff's really good, especially on leather. As you can see, cleans it really well. Finally, I'm going to go around and apply a tyre treatment to all the tyres and any rubbers of the car, anything that's black basically, just to give it a little bit more shine and protection. Okay, so the guy's just rocked up, who owns the Ferrari, and yeah, I just gonna grab him so we can get his expression when he sees it, because he's got no idea how shiny this thing is. Let's go get him.
no swirls.
Oh yeah? No.
Right this morning.
What do you think of the car, mate? What do you think of the result?
Can't believe it. The improvement has occurred. I got the car from you. It is like coming out of showroom floor. Yeah. Over years, things deteriorate, but quality of work and satisfaction, it's worthwhile going out and I'm getting pissed.
Beautiful, mate. Thanks a lot. Well, there you go, the car's all done. I gave it a wash, masked it up, corrected all the swells, cleaned it, applied the ceramic coating, and basically then I went around, did the tyres, and it looks absolutely amazing. I did this job for free, just for a friend of the shop here. I just thought it's a great opportunity to work on a Ferrari, work on a nice car, get that extra experience, and add it to my profile. That it's a nice car that I've worked on. I've worked on Porsches and things before, but I always like to take an opportunity to work on a car. If it's for a friend, then nice car, do it for free. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to like it. It's all done. I hope you've got some useful tips that you can go away, take this and apply it to your own car or business or whatever you've got, and check it out because I like sharing this information. And if it can help, that's great. So yeah, thanks for watching. My name's Dave, this is Custom Spray Mods.